people's private lives, and I literally was like, you and Rita Ora together? I had no idea. I only know people's work.
I have that same reaction most days.
I know. I know. I love her. She's so talented and so sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a good one. Anyway, well, welcome to our show. I just moved here to New York City. Do you like coming here?
I love coming here. Yeah, it's it's the big smoke. It's the fast lane. A lot of people. My favourite thing is food. I love just to come here and eat and
I know.
Great restaurants and I just go wandering the streets and just look at people.
Especially Christmas time, yeah. I just love like any kind of holiday time because it lit up is like it feels like you're in a movie. Yeah. Well, you are in a movie a lot of times, so you probably feel that a lot. Yeah. Well, you have two daughters, right?
2 daughters, yeah. Yep. TK and Matiwa, they're 11 and 9.
Oh, yeah. I have a 9-year-old as well.
Yeah, that's me.
So this is behind the scenes.
Imparting my knowledge. And they're doing great to pretend that they care.
I was gonna say, are they interested though? Because you take them on set, right?
They are interested. I think they've been on all of the sets of everything. They've been in, like a couple of little extra.
I know in Thor,
yeah. In Thor, I put my youngest daughter in, Matiwa. She, that was from the set of Thor, and it was funny. She said, "I want to be in the film," and then she didn't realise she had to work all day. And, so we did I think I did 1 or 2 takes, and she was in a scene with Christian Bale. One of the greats of all time, and after 2 takes, she walked off and came up to me and she said, "Okay, give me my money."
Oh my God.
I said, no, darling, you have to keep doing this all day. She said,
you know
all
what,
day?
Know your worth, though.
Yeah, know your worth. I was just like, I've got 2 good takes in me. Now pay me.
Oh my God, it is funny, your kids, though, they see what you do and they think, because my kids have gone with me to like award shows and they're like, so when are we leaving? And I'm like, are you out of your mind? We've been here like
look at these
10 minutes. We've been here 10 minutes. And they're like, when can we get ice cream? I'm like, okay, cool. You celebrated your first anniversary, right, with Rita?
Yes, Rita and I have been married for just over a year.
That's amazing. I heard there was an Elvis impersonator at your wedding. Was that planned?
Randomly, an Elvis impersonator was there. I didn't organise that. Neither did Rita.
How is there randomly? Look at how incredibly hot she is. That's amazing. Like, how do they randomly end up at your? That's amazing.
I've got a couple of friends who like to do things like that.
That's fun.
And Rami Malek actually organised for a Freddie Mercury impersonator at my birthday a year or 2 before that, and I thought it was. I was like, why wouldn't you just do it yourself?
That would have been way funnier. Yeah. Like, no, we just wanted to embarrass you. I heard that she actually proposed to you as well. She proposed
to me. I mean, we do things really topsy-turvy. She proposed to me. She's great. You just don't say no to Rita. That's one of the things I've learned. And
she's very powerful,
very powerful. She proposed to me before that when we first got together. After a couple of weeks, she said, we had dinner, and she said, when people say they get together and they say, let's just take it slow and see what happens and all that. I was like, I know that one. And she said, well, we're not doing that.
Just right off the bat?
We're going all.
That's pretty sexy.
It's very sexy.
If it works, Yeah,
if it works.
Yeah, it's working.
And if it's not like some sort of
then you're like, wait, this is crazy. Yeah. It worked out. Did she sign you up to do a Shrek Airbnb?
Yeah.
Because I saw this footage and it's incredible.
Most of the great and interesting things in my life is because of Rita. I'd say
she's very random. I love it.
She is. Yeah. An article came out that Airbnb had made this Shrek replica of Shrek's house.
Sure.
In the middle of Scotland, like way out in the middle of nowhere.
Sure.
And
you look so creepy in this picture.
Everyone would think that we had a photo, camera crew and stuff. That was just us 2 driving to the middle of nowhere. She painted herself green. She revealed she had brought these costumes and that we were getting content.
Oh my gosh. And you were like,
I didn't realise this romantic trip was about content.
I just love picturing being romantic looking like those characters.
Being romantic?
Yeah. Because that would be really hard for me to ignore.
Yeah. And our accents
Oh no, we have your accents.
Terrible.
Let's hear your Shrek accents. Here we go, we got some footage.
Hi, who's this? Fiona, I told you I don't like visitors.
Oh, don't mind him. Oh, we old grumpy pants. He's just an ogre. He means no harm.
What? Sure, don't you talk about me like that, woman.
Oh my God!
I'd say my accent's better than his. Sure.
I am just saying. I'm gonna say I can't get away from the fact that y'all like. I really hope you made out in those costumes.
There was no way I could with this big rubber mask.
Oh my God.
We did that, and we like sat there in these ridiculous outfits, eating dinner in Shrek's house. And then after
you got a
she
good
like,
one.
washes the paint off her face. She's like, okay, well, we did that. Now what?
Oh my God.
We like, left.
But how funny is that? I just love the randomness of what a fun relationship.
Yeah.
Couple goals. I like it. That was a look at his new movie, which he directed. It's called Next Goal Wins. So this is actually an adaptation from a British documentary, right?
It's a true story. Yeah, they made a documentary about this in 2014. And it's the true story of the worst soccer team in the world. And this team from American Samoa, in 2001, they suffered the biggest defeat ever. And just with some context, the team and the country have never, up until this point, had never won a game or scored a goal, ever.
Or scored a goal?
Scored a single goal. And they lost to Australia, and this is still the biggest record for biggest loss in an international game. They lost to Australia 31-0. Now, that would put most people off and deter you from ever wanting to get on a pitch again, but they pushed through, they worked through it, and they just got up and literally tightened their laces, and they got a new coach played by Michael Fassbender in the movie. Yeah. And this is this sort of really lovely, joyous, uplifting story of true story of these underdogs who just wouldn't quit.
Yeah, I love an underdog story. Is that what kind of drew you to do it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I love underdogs. I love just exploring people on the margins, and and I mean, I was always at school, obviously very popular. But I was always
we would have
friends.
been friends.
But, I always take people under my wing, and maybe and in turn, maybe it was me being taken under their wing. I think like bringing people together in some sort of team situation is just like forming a family. You kind of support each other, and
that's what I loved about
look
sports.
after each other. Sports is great for bringing people together.
Yeah, sports and theater, all that kind of stuff I loved as a kid, because that's where you find your people.
Yeah,
your friends.
And it's set in the Pacific Islands, where I'm from, and it was a great opportunity for me to come home and show Indigenous people on screen, which is sort of my thing.
Yeah.
I do that a lot.
And you want to see a shift in that representation.
Yeah, I do, because we just had a really great show that my friend Sterling Harjo and I created called Reservation Dogs, which is really well. It's a fantastic TV show set on a reservation in Oklahoma. And, what I want is for that to be a common thing and a regular thing, as opposed to, because everyone's like, wow, this is the first thing we've seen in the last 10 years with Native representation.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not good.
Yeah. Don't give me that compliment.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you don't want the compliment. You want it to be more normalized.
Yeah. And just like tackling diversity without it being tokenism, and
absolutely.
And putting the stories into the hands of the people who are from there.
Yeah, absolutely, because who better to tell it?
Exactly.
I also love this about you, because obviously I love music. You're quite the DJ on set, I hear. Like, you have playlists.
I do have playlists. I play a lot of music. On Fridays, I let the crew decide.
I was going to say, do you let anybody else?
A whiteboard, and they come in, but it's so random between the different people on a crew. Like, it's like one of the worst radio stations.
Oh my God. You would hate my Sirius channel, because that's what it is. It's so random. It will go from Frank Sinatra to Nirvana.
Metallica,
it will. Yes, it will go. Yeah. I love that though. Yeah. Because then that's how you learn new music.
It's also great to include the team and the crew who are the team.
Yeah.
And music, I think, as we all know, it just silence is just so awkward. And on set, when you're sitting and everyone's being very silent, you feel like something's wrong. And I like just having music and just fun and dance and just to create a very mellow and
does the playlist affect like what's going on? Do you ever make playlists specifically for this day we're shooting this, so I want to play this?
I think when there are various takes where the sound doesn't matter, when the actors are doing stuff, I'll play certain things like for characters in a coming in, it's quite an intense situation, I might play the soundtrack to The Shining. And there's
to really get
or
you
if it's like a really tragic, over the top, really melodramatic moment, it might be that adagio piece from Platoon.
Oh my God! Oh my God, that's amazing.
Or then ridiculous Sesame Street music, whatever it is, just to kind of elevate the mood or like just get people into it.
Yeah. I heard that do you get injured before filming a lot? Is this a thing
I got
that
sciatica.
you do?
I pinched my nerve.
I got that pregnant once, and that is when I was pregnant, I thought I was going to die.
Was it down one side?
Down the whole left side.
I had the same thing. Girl,
I wanted to hurt someone because I wanted them to feel just for a second what I was feeling.
Yeah, it's unbearable. I know if many of you have experienced sciatica, it is debilitating. It's it's all you can think about.
And then people talk to you and you just want to hurt them. And I'm like, I don't know why I want to hurt you, but I'm in too much pain. Don't talk to me.
I wanted to chop my leg off.
Yeah.
I was like, if that fixes it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
It's just
but I
all
hear
could
that this
think of.
happens when you film things. You
I
get
get my
injured.
yeah. It's like the stress manifests.
Is this your superstitious thing you do?
Yeah,
I need to injure myself. It will do well.
I feel pain when I'm creative.
Very method.
I always get something wrong with me, and then it goes away as soon as I finish.
Oh my gosh, there is a lot to unpack there in therapy.
Oh, emotional.
So it's emotional. Okay, so I heard that maybe you're doing Star Wars. Are you going to do a Star Wars film?
Yeah, I've been developing that for a few years.
Okay.
With them, but I think with any film, but that one in particular, it's something I'd really like to get right. So I don't want to rush it. So
yeah.
Just gonna
but that's
let it
exciting.
bubble along on the side.
Yeah.
It's exciting. Yeah.
Our family, we were Star Wars fans growing up.
Yeah,
so,
me too. Me too. I
Very
want to
cool.
capture that joy and the entertainment of those early ones that, like Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi and all those ones. So I'm
OG.
trying to figure that out. And
all right, take your time.
It'll happen.
Because you do it right when you do it, so take your time. Let's do another break while you're taking your time. Taika's movie, Like That Next Goal Wins, is in theaters now. Y'all got to check it out.